Hello, and welcome to Droid Assault. This is a top-down shooter by Puppy Games, I believe. Puppy Dog Game, Puppy Games, something games. Pretty sure it's Puppy Games, or some variation of that. Whoa, now. This is a top-down shooter, basically, if you will, a twin-stick shooter. WASD to move, mouse to aim and shoot and stuff. And you notice there's a variety of dudes that are droids. There's a variety of droids, I guess you could say. There's an interesting element to this, and we can go ahead and restore mine. It's going to get right in the action, but there's an interesting element of this where you capture other droids to basically continue your life, basically. Because you die relatively easily in this game. So especially later on, it gets a little bit hairy. So here's me. This is the only one I have left, and it's a danger stage, which is kind of a bonus stage in that there's a lot of enemies. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot of enemies. So I don't know what triggers danger stages, but those, as far as I'm aware, are spawn points. Interesting. I've had a couple of these. I actually do have a friendly. And I can swap to him. There he is. How you doing, buddy? Good repair things. This is a little guy. He's got a dual, I believe, standard blaster. Some dude in the background. This is level 35, by the way. I think I might have to shoot these boxes to make it trigger. Well, there's an enemy, so that's a good start. Now, I could capture him, but he's not actually a very good bot, so I'm just going to go ahead and let him die. I've got two decent bots here. This guy's a little bit weak, so I can hold down right mouse, and I can capture this guy. You can see don't shoot friendly stuff. And he is now mine. He's a decent guy. He's a decent little robot. There's a lot of varieties of robots. That's a decent one, actually, but I can't capture it, because if you look in the bottom right, you will see a transfer thing. You'll note he takes 5. I currently have 0. I would kind of prefer to have him over this, but I'm not going to go ahead and suicide this guy to try and capture him. Sadly. I believe, yeah, you can get more transfer from pickups after killing things. That kind of implies that you don't get horribly mauled in the process of killing said things. Open the boxes up, man. Open the boxes up. Maybe this wasn't the optimal stage to demonstrate the game, but here you go. You also notice the each of the little droids has a different, I guess, radar range or visual radius that they can look through. This guy doesn't have much. He's a shotgun guy. He doesn't need much. This guy and this guy both have quite a bit. There's a few that have more than those, as far as I'm aware. I haven't obviously seen all of them. That's one I actually quite like, because he's hover, and hover can fly over small gaps. He is a flamethrower. He is really heavy. Those, these like super armored tripod things, I've had a couple of those. They're really quite effective. So are these flamethrower guys, but they have such short range it becomes an issue. I'm not entirely sure what triggers this stage. I've only had, as far as I recall, one other one. I may have had several, but I just didn't notice them. One thing I haven't mentioned, there's a battery thing. You can see it. I'm not sure the guy at the bottom there. When you shoot, it takes a certain charge. You can get upgrades to have more charge and what have you. Obviously requires killing things. Alright, well, up we go then. I appear to be missing something, or the game's broken. I did patch it, so that might have broken my save game. It appears it may have done so. So we'll go ahead, we'll exit out, we'll play, we will not restore my save game. And we can just go ahead and start. There's 60 levels, actually 55, I believe. We'll go ahead, we'll start on 31, because why not? We start, sadly, with little Dinky here, who has no gun, you might notice. So what does little Dinky here do to solve this problem? Well, he's really fast, so we can run over here and steal a guy who does have a gun and maul things, basically. We only have one other transfer, and our little friend has died at some point, apparently. So until we pick up more transfer, we're not going to be able to do much. This is a slight disadvantage of starting at later levels. I guess that's the point. If you start at early levels, obviously you can get some upgraded guys, you'll have some upgraded transfer points and stuff like that. But if you just start here, you have this. Just that one set of, what was it, 6 transfer points? I believe it was 6 anyway. You also pick up money. As far as I'm aware, money doesn't actually do anything. Let's go ahead and capture this guy. He's not going to be very strong, but he is fast, and he has hover. This guy will come assist me as he wanders around the level. I don't think they have very smart AI. Ow. In fact, most of the AI in the game just seems to... We got a battery upgrade. Seems to walk around the edges of a room and no real pattern whatsoever. The weaker the dude is, the less he's worth. Oh my god, that nearly killed me. Nope, now I'm back here because everyone else died. Well, poo. So wasting transfers on stuff like that, for instance, that was an example mostly, so we're gonna roll with that being an example, is not beneficial because we've completely lost that transfer now. Until we get some more from mauling dudes. I probably shouldn't walk into the midst of them like such, because it hurts, like the dickens. Also probably shouldn't use that because I can't hide. You may have noticed we've gotten a single transfer because we've murdered some people, which we could use if we wanted to waste it on picking up another droid. Which this one appears to be mauling me. Maybe we should start on an earlier level. Mayhaps we should. Let's go ahead and start on, say, level 1. This is basically a demo level. There's a dude. Let's capture him. There's another dude. Let's capture him too. The first time I played this, I actually started with a really powerful unit that had some seriously massive offensive and defensive capabilities. I mean, he was armored, he had massive dual heavy blasters and stuff. It seems they have removed that in a recent patch, so you start with a dude who has no guns and just captures things. That makes a bit more sense. At the end of the level, now that I can show you this, you get details on each of the little droids that you've captured. I've got a G102 guard bot and some 101s, all of which are basically garbage, comparatively speaking, but it's what we've got, and it's really early in the game, so these are perfectly capable of just demolishing everything they come across. The unit power picks up pretty quickly. You can see there's already a G128. So these early units get basically outscaled very quickly. But they do maintain their usefulness fairly long, because you get, as you can see, +1 blaster, you get upgrades to them as you go. So the longer you actually manage to keep them alive, the stronger they become. These are explosive boxes. Hit them, and they'll ever so slowly combust. There's also turrets that you can capture. Those are basically just one-time capture things. Freeze is... I'm not sure if freeze is like a permanent thing. Oops, I'll shoot the camera. Or if it's just a one-shot. It appears to be at least a somewhat permanent thing, as far as I can tell. But there's quite a variety of upgrades. You can get battery, weapon upgrades, you can get shielding for multiple things, EMP, lasers, etc. Oh, I forgot to mention, oops, let's not do that. There's a little arrow here that points to the nearest objective. In this case, it's leave. Usually it's shoot something. So you can see it's going to point to the nearest target that I can shoot at, and I got some armor, which is good because it'll mean I won't die quite so easily. Your little droid buddies are quite good at murdering everything, but they won't go for things. As you can see, they basically just wander around. If they happen across something, they will shoot it, but otherwise they will not. I should capture that. I should capture another one too. Because why not? Why not capture some more of these? There we go. This is a very fast game. It's basically a score attack. This has a heavy blaster, actually, which means it does substantial damage at the cost of battery, obviously. There's also red alerts which occur, which means more enemies spawn. I don't know how to trigger them, to be quite frank. I did get a shield, which has saved me some damage there. Some money. It's basically a score attack top-down shooter, so the faster you can do it, I believe the better score you get. There's some turrets. I could capture them, I could kill them. I don't care for either of those options, so I'm just gonna swirl around with my speed. My droid buddies will kill them. He drops an upgrade though, so let's grab that. My little droid buddies would eventually kill them anyway. I got a shield, yay. The super shields are temporary, permanent, just complete damage block. Did I say temporary, permanent? That didn't make any sense. Whatever, you get the gist. And because I have a hover bot, I don't need to worry about this level as much as I did last time I did it, because I can fly, or hover I should say, since I'm a hover bot, or whatever this thing's name is. I should look at the name of this. Super Repair. There's Repair and Super Repair. Super Repair is basically just a better repair. I think it's like double repair quality. This dude's getting pretty beefy. He's got a heavy +1 blaster, he's got some armor. He's pretty beefy. And he's got the speed. Ooh, except that guy nearly killed me in one shot. I should probably upgrade to one of those guys, because they're pretty good. They're slow, but they're good. And I've got a ton of transfers, so see how long I can keep this. Oh, it's the turret, that's what it was. Turrets are painful. Those are mines. Don't step on them, as one might expect. Him. Oh, he's dropped some money. Again, as far as I'm aware, you can't buy anything. It's solely for score, as far as I can tell. Really, the only thing is, he repaired at some point. I didn't pay attention. The only thing really you can do is murder things and capture things. The only way to upgrade is to capture better things. If you die too much, you'll be losing, you'll be rapidly losing, actually, your transfer, which means you won't be able to get new robots, which will mean the end of your run. So really not taking damage at all. And that means a boss has spawned, and he's right there. Bosses have multiple damage points. You see they have little turret arms that you can damage. Really, you should just shoot them, because quite frankly it'll kill them faster than shooting at his little turret arms, but sometimes you have to do that. It will make it easier to kill him, because it will take out most of his damage. I've got bouncy bullets, apparently. There are piercing bullets and bouncy bullets, and he killed my dude, all sorts of other bullets. Piercing bullets go through walls until they hit an enemy. That's all they dropped? Yeah. Off we go. Hooray! Seriously, this guy, this droid I've got here, he's beefy. Those bouncy bullets aren't helping me aim, but you know. Most of the time I'm just doing this, where I kind of spray bullets in their general direction. It's probably suboptimal. You do have to click every time you fire, unless you have one of those weapons. Those are basically auto weapons. You can just hold down the fire button, and they will proceed to maul as they please. I only have one, I'm the only droid left, so my thing's freaking out. There he goes. Should probably go ahead and capture some dudes. This guy's, again, beefy. I don't want to capture him. I'll capture him, though. You do need line of sight to capture. So keep that in mind. May as well grab him, too. This guy's got some serious range on him. Keep in mind, the smaller bots are basically scouts for all intents and purposes. Ow. I should be using this guy to give him the, you can transfer back and forth like that, just willy-nilly. It doesn't cost anything to transfer, or you can just use Q or E in this case. I should be using this guy so he gets the upgrades to his weapons. Blowing up whatever those are. Funny. They're playing Pong. I never noticed that, actually. The monitors are playing Pong. Oh, speed. Good. He won't be quite so slow. There's an enemy down here somewhere. There he is. Pop. Rightio. You can shoot the cameras. I don't think they give you any points. Sadly. And we'll just continue using this guy. Because why not? Let's blow up their light, because I don't like it. This he's beefy, so he should be able to handle himself for quite a while without getting himself killed. AI's not very smart, though, again. Hello. So, just don't put too much faith into him not being murdered. Bonus damage for this guy. I don't think he needs it. Thank you, game. Pardon. These guys are not armored. There are armored units that you can get. Bouncy bullets, yay. Mostly turrets, really. Oh, wow. I don't think there's anything over there, so we'll just go ahead and continue. There are armored turrets, which are beefy, and you cannot hurt them, which sucks. I think there's some turrets in this place, actually. I'm so slow, I can't escape the bullets. Yeah, there's some turrets here. They're not armored, thankfully. Oops, I should pay attention. Oh, I ricocheted a shell onto him, nice. So thankfully we can handle those relatively easily without too much issue. I'm an idiot. Whatever. If you have piercing shells, you can basically sit at the spawn and just fire in a circle. It's not terribly effective, And here's the first danger stage I actually encountered, and this one spawns all the dudes right off the bat. And they start shooting the boxes, which spawn more dudes because there's dudes in the boxes, which makes this stage dangerous, as one might expect. This stage is basically meant to just murder your dudes that you have, and possibly give you some new ones. I would like to keep this guy, so I'm gonna see if I can. Basically just gonna circle straight for victory. Victory! Oh dear, I'm stuck. Dude, help me. He's moving. He's figured out what's going on. Eep, there's a damage upgrade, I'll take that. If you can keep a dude for, you know, like 20 stage, we've got max transfer points, you can get a pretty darn beefy guy. This guy's interesting. I don't think I've seen him before. He appears to be fairly basic, so we'll grab this guy too. Let's just grab a whole bunch of dudes. I'll try to grab him because he's got all the upgrades. So again, keep a guy as long as you can. He will get extremely powerful. You will have to change him. There's another red alert. You will have to swap him out at some point for a different one. Ow. But the longer you can keep a guy, the better, because you will be able to get a bunch of transfer points, which will allow you to get a bunch of more powerful ones. As they get more powerful, they cost more transfer points to capture. You can see these guys are, you know, 4, 5, 6 to capture now. Also, he's got a freaking shotgun. Stop standing next to him, you imbecile. Either way. Oop, there's a turret. I think that turret killed his own droid, which is fine by me, quite frankly. We lost one of our guys. Sadly. Eek. The problem, again, with these beefier guys, they have more health. The trade-off is they're too slow to dodge a lot of the stuff that shoots them. Something in... No, those are my own shells. I thought something in the back was shooting at me over here. So, especially these turrets, you gotta be careful about them, because I have sharp bullets, don't I? Yep. Piercing bullets. So you can see, if I do that, it will continue to pierce walls for, like, ever. So I can sit back here, and spray into there, and kill a bunch of stuff that's in there without posing any threat to myself. Because I won't need to actually... as far as I've seen, none of the enemies have, piercing shells. Ow. I haven't beaten the game yet, but as far as I've seen, none of the enemies have any piercing. We have about the equal ability to aim, sadly, but whatever. Look at this guy, he's beefy. +1 Kevlar, +2 heavy blaster. Kevlar is his armor set. I don't particularly know what it gives him defense against. Apparently I have max recharge now. Oh man, he can shoot. Like, ridiculous, constant firing we got here. So I've basically made a monstrosity. Yeah, I've made a monstrosity. What have I done? So because he has, may as well grab some stuff. There's nothing good I want. Because he has max recharge, he will literally just demolish, because he can recharge nearly as fast as I can fire. Although I could probably... No, that's as fast as I can fire. And he can recharge pretty much that fast. So yeah, he's basically unstoppable. Until we get to later levels where, yeah, he's got bouncy bullets and piercing. That removes piercing, as it turns out. Oh well. This is news to me. But until we get to later stages, he's capable of surviving on his own. Quite frankly, I actually want one of those. So we'll stand there and tank some shots for a bit. Keep in mind, he is the one that's upgraded. You can see how much longer the charge time is for me not having that upgrade. Also, these are a bunch of little droids that aren't activated, as it turns out. Whoa, buddy. I could grab him. I don't see a need to. I'm hoping my beefy upgraded one manages to keep himself alive. I would like that upgrade. Thank you. If I can get a couple of these guys upgraded, which that's a good start to, point that out. If I can get a couple of these guys upgraded, we're in pretty good shape. This guy is beefy. I don't think he has a heavy blaster. He has a light blaster, but that also means he can shoot more often. So, for what that's worth. He won't do as much damage, sadly. But if you get him with a upgraded battery, he should be able to shoot infinitely. I'm just assuming. Somebody shoot this guy. Thank you. I'm too slow. You stole my money. Fool. This guy has a multi-core, for what that's worth. And I'm out of energy again. The sigh. Quite frankly, I like playing the upgraded guy better. At least he can kill things. In fact, he is killing things, I'm pretty sure. There he is. How you doing, buddy? You can hover over things to see their upgrades. You can see he's got a lot of stuff. He's got +3 Jenner. Apparently +3 is the max. I can't capture him, so I may as well kill him. There are AoE dudes. There's several versions of AoE, actually. There is a kind of sound EMP AoE one. There's a grenadier you can get. Ow. The grenadier I found isn't terribly effective for me because I don't tend to aim very well. So you can use that to stop enemies. Still, you know, it's a bit easier to aim anyway. You can shoot your own guys though, so be careful. It's a dude over here. I'm hoping this guy gets him. It looks like he's going to. You going to? No? You saw him, but you didn't shoot. You were looking the wrong way. Oh, this is boss level. Oh yeah, every 10 levels, I should mention that, every 10 levels there is a boss level, and I think it might be every 5 levels there is a, whatchamacallit, a danger room. Could be mistaken. This guy's obviously got a monstrosity, and he killed one of my dudes. He's got 4 turrets. What is this nonsense? Luckily, I am better than him. I've played my fair share of shooty shoots. Shooty shoot McGee's. Anyway, I'll do one more level. Oh, word, we're so slow. See if I can show you any new enemies anyway. We may as well capture that guy, so I can show you a new weapon type anyway. Woo, pew-pews. It doesn't do really any damage, and it sucks up a lot of battery. But you shoot a lot. So that's the trade-off. You can get upgrades for it, obviously. Like, energy upgrades for this would be astounding. It's a shotgun guy. Because it would allow you to shoot longer and possibly infinitely, which would just be great. At the moment, you can't. I did forget he's hover, so I should just float around. Regardless, this gun type is better than a regular blaster, because even at just doing this, it does equal damage, I think. But you shoot more often. Whoa. Let's not get ourselves killed here. There we go. And now I have a bonus upgrade, or a damage upgrade. But either way, this is a police spot. Lovely, jubbly. This is, yeah, that's, Droid Assault. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.